Our electronic incarnation, Vanguard on the Web, owes its existence principally to Herb Dorfman, who, with assistance from Brooklyn College personnel, worked and continues to work tirelessly to ensure its vitality and excellence. A few years after graduating from Brooklyn College, while working as writer-editor for the International Ladies Garment Workers Union newspaper, Herb won a Fulbright scholarship, and with Esther, his wife and fellow Vanguard alum, went to Norway, where he wrote a book still in print about labor relations in that country. On his return to the U.S., Herb held a number of positions in television, producer-writer at Channel 7 in New York, at ABC Network News, on NBC's Today Show, as head writer for Good Morning America, and as executive producer of a documentary series on WCBS TV. He came back to Brooklyn College when he was offered a position as professor here and launched the broadcast journalism program within the TV radio department. He later became the college's director of television studio operations. His recent activities include involvement in internet projects with his own website. Herb will now present the story of the new Vanguard.
I think I'm the only speaker tonight who's not referred to the First Amendment. In this case, I compare myself to the Republican senatorial candidate from Delaware. And now to the story, which is titled, "And So There Came to Be a Vanguard Website." The Vanguard website was created as a result of a simple comment made at a college reception at Brooklyn College about 10 years ago. There were quite a few Vanguard people there, and someone remarked that we should find some way to keep in touch. In touch is not the equivalent of website, but the reaction was, well, let's have a website. But that was easier said than done. We didn't really have anyone in the group who had expertise in building one. That includes me. Fortunately, one of the people at the college itself suggested that we create the website inside the Brooklyn College website. Even more fortunate, some Brooklyn College people who were experts with websites volunteered to help us get started. And so it was born. It literally wouldn't have been possible without the help of the people at the college who helped us with the website. Marla knows that only too well. The idea of keeping up with what our people were doing in the present soon led to the idea of finding out what they had done in the past and what they were thinking about in general. So, thanks to the website, we learned, for example, about Norman Gelb's new book, and he's just told me he got a whole new book, indeed. We read the particulars of President Kimmick's annual report to the Brooklyn College community. We learned of Helen Goldberg's plan. Helen's not here tonight, but Helen Goldberg's plan to have Jewish grandchildren visit their grandparents in Florida en masse and persuade them to vote for Obama. And the website printed the details of that plan. And we learned from Stan Isaacs, who's also not here tonight, that 50 years after the Dodgers left Brooklyn, he still hated Walter O'Malley. It was clear that Vanguard people had a lot to say besides Vanguard and Brooklyn College, but it was also clear that Vanguard was a milestone. Even as careers developed and families blossomed, the Vanguard experience retained its impact. We know that because we're here tonight. The website expanded with a section called Quadrangle. Norm Gelb had told us in his own words, how I became a criminal in Italy. Those were his words, not mine. Joe Wershba wrote about the historic experience of working with Edward R. Murrow. Joe is not well and not here tonight, but we think about him. And Sheila Klass explained the mixed blessing of what it was like going to Club Med with her grandchildren. That's still in the website. Read it. The older we got, the more we remembered the history. Larry Eisenberg wrote in the website about the early days of Vanguard, just coming out of World War II, before many of us even got there. And Henry Grinberg underlined the legacy of Vanguard and how the events of October 1950 became an important part of our lives and thinking. The Vanguard website became a place of landmarks, some not so happy, as we saw in the obituaries for Artie Schatz, Irv Lainoff, Harry Barron. Maureen's here tonight, I'm glad to see, and of course, Bill Taylor. But the website had a lot to say about one of the most important events helping us to remember and celebrate. April 28, 2006, when a large group of Vanguardians gathered in the Boylan hallway near the President's office, outside our old office door, and dedicated the spot with a bronze plaque placed on the door. That bronze plaque was made by Jim Kelly's firm. Jerry Stevens, the last managing editor, made a very inspiring speech. President Kimmick was present, and we celebrated the event at a dinner later that evening. You can read all about it in the website. It's still there. I don't think anything ever has left the website. It was quite obvious that though the people of Vanguard had a lot on their minds, that wasn't strictly speaking college-related. And so we created a spin-off website, the Vanguard Blog. We all know what blogs are, where people speak their minds and never tell the truth. But I like to believe ours is different. There were many, many contributions. The election of 2008 attracted the attention of many Vanguard people who plunged into the political implications of the election as though it were still, say, October 1950. That was an inspiration. Many people have submitted material for the website and the blog, too many to name, of course, but it's there for our generation of Vanguardians and for the next as well. We will keep at it. By we, I mean my generation, our generation. We will keep at it for the indefinite future, but we expect new hands at the helm at some time. I want some of the newer hands here, the younger ones, to think about that. Thus, the Vanguard website in all its forms has told us, for better or worse, what our people have been doing, thinking, and planning, and that is the legacy of the website. Thank you.